this is Real One from Roy Innovations. I will be taking my first tutorial on Strapi. Strapi is a CMS that has been in existence for a while, and with the big release of the Strapi 4.0, did a great game changer from the version 3 to version 4 with amazing UI basically, and I love the UI and the fast API with content management. It's superb. So I'll be giving you a tour around Strapi, and this Strapi website. You go to strapi.io, and you should be able to see everything about Strapi. And if you want to start your project on Strapi, it's pretty easy. So basically, you can use Strapi with anything. You can use for API calling. You can use RESTful or GraphQL. It's self-hosted. That's amazing, and customizable open source. So which means you have your admin panel and you be able to customize it the way you want with your logo, change the background color and all of that. So I'll be showing you all of that later in the future. But for this starter tutorial, I'll be showing you how to get Strapi started on your computer. So I'm using a Windows computer, so you can also do the same for Mac. It's pretty much the same. So let's start a new project. So this is the command which you need to use for your Strapi. So let me open up, because I love to put my projects in a way that it's much easier for me to have access to them basically. So let's do my test project here. So from here, all I need to do is put in here and put CMD, enter, and I open up my, so I'm saving this in my quick start flag. Actually uses SQLite instead of so if you want to select the type of database you need to use, then you remove the quick start from there. That's all you need. So Strapi is a beautiful CMS and easy. Just one click of a button installing the whole of Strapi package for me on my computer. So I'm going to pause this session while this is done, and we'll continue. Alright, so our app is complete. So basically is trying to build up the UI, and when this is done, basically it's going to take us to the browser so we can set up our new project. So new Strapi is available 2.0 here. Okay, I'll also show you in the future tutorials on how to upgrade your Strapi. Yeah, now you can see it opens in the browser immediately to set up my admin account. Yeah, okay. So we give this email address. Okay. Yeah, let me choose this. So beautiful, yeah. So Strapi has the best content type manager which I've seen so far. I've used couple of content management applications. So and Strapi is just easy to use, like it's straightforward. Our Strapi app up and running. So I'm just going to take you through everything Strapi has, and in our next tutorial I'll show us on how to create our first content type, how to expose our API so you can have access to that publicly, and if it's for authenticated users, and you do that as well. So here is the Strapi dashboard which you have currently, and we have the content manager. Whenever you create a new content type, the collection type, it shows up here. By default we have user, and we have the collection types and the single types. So the collection types are the one which let's say you're creating an entering, it's stack them in a table. But single type is when you have access to it directly. You don't need to create content over and over, like you're creating an article. first article graphic design, second article web development, and all of that. You keep on creating it. But for the single types, it's just a single element of your data. So let's take home page as an example. So we want to create a single type home page. So every content within the home page will be designed here. So you just have access to that single type, and you have your own page. Don't worry, on next tutorial I'm going to show you that all of this works. So on the we have plugins, and this is beauty of Strapi. Basically, Strapi did this to um, make you a lot easier when you have plugins in the marketplace and all of that. So on the plugins we have the content type builder. So this is where you create your API, your content type. Easy to do, very easy, beautiful interface. It gives you the vibe to create something you want the API to be. And we have the media library where you can create your asset and all of that. And the next is the general section. We have the plugins. These are the built-in plugins by Strapi that comes in by default. And we have the marketplace. This is where you see plugins that's been developed by developers out there creating plugins and all of that. You can use that as well. And we have the settings as well. So all of these is what Strapi is about. And Strapi Build 2 is in depth in its UI and the structure of the project. And this is just the GUI. I'm also going to show you how to load up the code where you see everything. You can create your content type, even you writing the code without using the GUI as well. Just understand the whole Strapi architecture basically, and you can get all of this in their website. It's easy to read. You can see a whole lot of how to set Strapi up, email upload, and everything. How everything works basically in Strapi. So in the settings section we have the overview. Basically it just shows us the Strapi version. If you want help on Discord, current plan, which is a community edition. Strapi has gone way far that it has its free version which developers can still continue using, and it has the enterprise version. So that's for like the organizations they want to set up Strapi. So that's a plan you need to pay for. In this community edition it has limits to some things. So let's say like the roles, admin roles, and the rest. So the roles are limited to 3, and if you're using the enterprise edition it allows you to create more roles and many other things basically. So, and we have upgrade to your admin panel. That's because we have a new update, and that's it about the overview. We have the API tokens. If you want to generate token to consume through to call out your API, maybe using Postman and the rest. We have the internationalization, and basically you can set up your local. We have the media library, how it works. So this is turned responsive for friendly upload through, size optimization through, which means when you upload an image it's created in 3 different qualities. So the thumbnail, which is size. So, and we have the auto orientation. If you want that enable by default is false. So we have the web hook to get post changes. So let's say I make a change when I do set this to production and I make a change. This also loop through the changes that have been made and push the new update. So if I'm using like Vercel, I can use this webhook. So whenever there's a change in my database, it immediately tells Strapi to recreate and sends the update as well. So we have the administration panel. which has the roles. This is the roles, the super admin, editor, and author. So that's the default three. Like I said, if you're using the community edition, you don't have access to create more roles. So you have limited access. So if you're using enterprise, then you're good to go to create more roles. We have the users. The users are the admin users currently on this admin. So here you can create to invite a new admin, and we have the email plugin as well. So this is the configuration, and if you want to do a test, you can quickly do a test sending delivery using Strapi, and we have the users and permission plugins. So we have the roles here. This is where expose your API basically. We have the authenticated default, go for authenticated users, and we have the public. So this public is where you're exposing your content type. Like say I create a content for home, which means the home page needs to be exposed through the front end. So here just come, let's say I'm selecting this, so it allows me to do find and find all and all of that, so it's much easier. So if you can see upload as well. Let's say you want users to be able to upload a file to your backend, you just select it and save. And when you save, whenever it means you've exposed that API to be so users can be able to upload through this. So just Strapi is just easy to use. So and we have the providers, which Strapi uses as well. So we have the podcast, community, Discord, all of this. So basically, the current one we're using is the email. So you can use Facebook as a login. So all of this you expose it. Let's say you have a front end. So you just expose this to Strapi, or even to use Google as a sign in or sign up. So it just connects to Strapi and authenticate your user, creates your user automatically on Strapi. So and we have the email templates. So for reset password, email address confirmation. So this is just template on how when users try to reset their password, this is what they get. The email confirmation for them to confirm the account has been created and for them to access that. So you can edit and change that. We have the advanced as well. So this the default row is authenticated. So when a new user is created, it's an authenticated user, which means the user has a password. And these are all the settings that has to determine what you want the user to do basically. So one account per email address. So this is set to true. So if this is set to false, so a user can use a single email address to create multiple accounts. We have the sign ups, enable sign ups. So if you disable this, if let's say you create like a subscriber for more people, when you subscribe it creates that user for you here. Maybe you want to use it for an email marketing structure, so you want to configure Strapi to be like that. So you you expose this API for them to be able to set an email and password and become a subscriber and all of that. But if you set this to false, no one will be able to create a new user. And we have the reset password page. So basically you have to create a reset password page on your front end, and you expose the URL here for Strapi to be able to direct your user when they click on that, and this is all we need. And we have enable email confirmation. Currently it's turned off. You can set it to true if you want your users to receive an email. And if this is set to true, you have a redirection email link URL, I mean, that tells when you click on that, it redirects them to a page, maybe the login page and stuff like that, that you've been confirmed, so log in to access. That's all. So that's all about the settings. So at this other bottom side, you can see you can collapse this view and bring this back up, or you have your name or initials. Click around that side. We have the profile and the logout. So the profile, this is your the admin account, your own account which you set up, so you can edit, you can change email address basically. So if I want to change my login email address, so we have the password. So this is my current password. I can create a new password, and this is the experience page part where you select your interface language, so basically English. So if I set it to French, it's going to be all written in French. So see, so beautiful. So it's unique that way. So and Strapi also create the interface mode, which has a light mode and a dark mode. So if it changes to the dark mode, the interface changes. So this is beautiful. So I guess I will leave this to as the dark mode. But yeah, we're back. So this is all for now about Strapi. We've talked about to create your new Strapi project and everything about the interface. So on our next project, I will show you a bit of the code that runs Strapi like this, which is already downloaded to your computer. We'll use our VS Code to show you that. That will be it for now. That will be it for now. Until our next tutorial. Think, believe, and develop the future today.